Well, that seems to be everything in here, so I guess the best thing I can do is just return.
Certainly.
Quickly now.
You two are
I'll
useless.
Get right on it.
Okay, still can't rest in here, so I'll have to go outside for that. Unfortunately, I don't exactly like the idea of running past people to rest in maybe in one area, so I guess I'll have to risk it in here again.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
More work to be done.
Alrighty, now what?
Certainly.
So we've got these furnaces over here. The weapons that have been left behind. Jeez, lots of weapons left behind when I really look at it. Well, I don't see any other thing to explore here, so... I don't know, I saw something about another floor to deal with, but I'll deal with that once we get to that point.
Go ahead.
I have a feeling I want to talk to that
Okay.
strange wizard
I trust you.
first. I'm trying to remember exactly why he sent his apprentice in here. Regardless, we carry on.
I'll get right on it.
Now, how do I get over there? Oh, right, there are Ettins everywhere. That's why I didn't want to immediately wait to rest. Alright, here's how we're gonna get past everyone. We're gonna cast haste.
I'm ready. Okay. I trust you.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna run past. Because we can. Okay, I don't know if we can run past Myconids. Oh crap, no we can't. Okay, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to fight our way back. Okay, that's fun. Well, I can hopefully find a route that won't give me as many beasties to worry about.
I'll get right
Let's try
on
this
it.
way. Well, the Myconids are certainly a... Well, they're not a great alternative, I'll admit. Okay, I can't go this way anyway.
You want something?
Well, these are the big scary ones, so let's throw our magic at them first.
Watch your back.
I'm ready.
Alright, there's
You just
the
tell me
fun.
what you need.
And we've got the Myconids along with everything else. Okay then, that'll be fun.
Okay, so what do you want?
I hear you.
Summon a fire elemental.
I shall do my best.
You two get in the way of these weirdos.
More work to be done.
What is your way?
Do you need me?
I'm listening.
Name your task.
Please don't interrupt the spell.
Immediately. What do you want? I'm off.
Quickly now. A reasonable
I'll
request.
take care of this one.
Yeah, I'm... Oh, I hope I don't get in the way.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, get your... Why were you using your fists? Get your bow out. Start shooting.
Make way.
You just tell me what you need. What can I do for... More work to be done.
Alright, step one, we'll send you off while we heal our companion.
Ready and waiting.
Go ahead. Yes? I'm ready.
Alright, now that we've done that, let's go.
I'll get right on it. You just tell me what you need.
Steel yourself.
Nice. Myconid's up next. Throw you in front.
I trust you.
And more Myconids over here. Crap. Okay, that's
I'll
not gonna be
get
fun.
right on it.
May
More
the
work to be
gods
done.
have mercy.
Go ahead. I'll do my best. Yes, I'm ready.
And now everyone's fatigued because of the haste.
I'm not...
And that is how you get past a horde of myconids.
Ready. Okay.
I ran into an Umber Hulk who claimed to be a Red Wizard of Thane named Sabek Tan. Do you know anything about him? Ah, yes, the poor Umber Hulk. One can only hope the Aurochs finally discover him digging into oblivion down there. Do you realize that he created those beasts? He may have mentioned something about it. And most displeased with their new forms. Giving them the gift of enhanced logic only compounded their anger with that spineless transmuter. A perfect sentence for his practices, I say. I hope they discover and transmute him to little pieces, lest he borrow every remaining bit of earth below my home. Okay, so... Ooh, useful stuff. So in case I need potions, but that doesn't look like I can really... I can't even rest here.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, what am I looking for then?
This gear weighs a ton. Let's make camp.
Yeah, that's my thinking, but I don't... But since that I've already fought through everything, it might be a good idea to just find where we're going first.
I've time enough for a reasonable.
Oh, hello. Fine, don't tell me anything about this place. Ah, okay. And there was a fireball trap. Good to know. Alrighty.
Go ahead.
That must have been what the body was
Certainly.
supposed to represent. Alright, let's take a look at what's down this way.
We'll see about that.
Suddenly feel very, very cold. This beautiful monument appears to represent Dwarven craftsmanship and the art of metallurgy. It also seems to have at one time been something functional. Okay. I don't like this. Defiler! Have you too come to desecrate the remains of our home? Absolutely not. Then why do you disturb this temple of Moradin? I was hoping to learn more of the conflict that occurred within this area. 2 catastrophes occurred within Dorn's Deep. The first was the destruction of our community at the hands of the orcs. More recently, there has been the occupation of our cemetery, the Tears of the Dead, by the necromancer Terrican. Tell me about the destruction of your community. Throughout the history of Dorns, we have always had to contend with the orc hordes that threatened our way of life. However, thanks to inspired diplomacy between the leaders of our community and the elves of the Severed Hand, we forged an alliance that kept both of our homes safe from harm. What happened? Corruption from within led to a falling out between our people. No longer organized into an effective, cohesive whole, it was only a matter of time before the orcs overran both settlements. What was the cause of the corruption? I am not certain, but it was apparent, at least from our perspective, that someone was deliberately attempting to seed mistrust between the Dwarven and Elven communities. When the orcs began appearing far better equipped than in times previous, the elves began to suspect that Dwarven smithies were in league with the Horde. Why would they think you'd supply your enemies with weapons? The elves felt we could not control our appetite for gold, so we were accused of providing the orcs with superior armament. Later, the elves took their accusations a step further and accused us of arming the orcs with the intention of having them destroy the Severed Hand. Who was providing the orcs with the arms? Not any dwarf within Dorn's Deep, I can tell you that much. We were warriors, not betrayers. If truth be told, I believe both communities were deceived by someone within one of our own families. I know not who, but I hope that when that person meets their end, they feel the pain of every dwarf and elf that lost their lives. Who are you? I am known as Norlinor. While alive, I served as a priest of Moradin for our church here within Dorn's Deep. Specifically, I was given the title Artisan of the Forge, and it was my duty to maintain this place. I died defending this temple. I did not anticipate revisiting it in the afterlife. Why are you here now? In the presence of Terrican the Necromancer, who has taken up residence in the Tears of the Dead, has quenched the flames that gave the forge life. With the forge cold, the spirits of the dead have become restless, forced from their tombs into servitude for that monster. Almost all the dead of Dorn's Deep are now enslaved to Terrican. I fear I am the only one who remains free. What can be done? Terrigen's transformation into a leech has caused enough negative energy to be drawn to the area that even our forges and machines have been affected. Perhaps destroying Terrigen could bring the forge to life again. One thing is for certain. As long as the forge remains cold, the spirits of Dorn's Deep are denied our final rest. I'll see what I can do. Terrigen is a wretched necromancer that came to Dorn shortly after the strife that put an end to our community. He was aware of the tragedy that gripped Dorn's Deep and knew it would serve as fertile ground to continue his research. What was he researching? During the construction of the Deep, we had the misfortune of uncovering a cavern that housed an ancient vortex from the negative energy plane. Now, I don't know if some being from that plane felt our presence or if the vortex itself was disturbed by the intrusion, but shortly thereafter undead began to appear. And these undead invaded Dorn's Deep? At first it was merely a skeleton or two, nothing we couldn't handle. But over time, we received more and more reports of undead sightings. In the end, I don't think any of us were prepared for what would become known as the Battle of the Dead. How did the battle begin? One morning, our community awoke to the screams of the son of Jamoth. He had been playing with within some of the caves near the forge and claimed he had seen a small group of skeletons. We sent a few men down to investigate. They returned, badly wounded. What had they found? Hundreds of skeletons, zombies, ghouls, and other undead had suddenly appeared in the Vortis cave, preparing to attack the settlement. With time working against us, we assembled our remaining soldiers and went forth to vanquish the deceased. But hundreds of undead with even greater numbers to follow. The dwarves would have been greatly outnumbered. No Dorn's dwarf would concede defeat while our community was threatened. Our wounded began to accumulate, and many of our brethren joined their attackers in spiritual unrest that day. Just as it appeared that we might have to retreat, a miracle occurred. A miracle? From within the tides of flesh and bone emerged Jamoth, hacking at the dead around him with a fevered glee, bellowing with laughter. With each swing of his weapon, the armed dead around him disintegrated, regardless of whether he struck them or not. It was a beautiful sight to see, my friend. So the undead fell around him just by his presence. How was that possible? Jamoth and our community were touched by Moradin that day. We later discovered the vortex that had brought forth the undead were somehow reversed, returning the spirits to their home within the plane of negative energy. Then Terrigen came along. As a necromancer, he must have heard about the vortex, correct? Yes. Once our community was no longer inhabited these chambers, Terrigen took up residence in the Hall of Heroes with a determination to restore the vortex. He is convinced that if he unlocks its secrets, he will be able to manipulate other vortices throughout Faerun. How? It seems the energies of the vortex would kill any man that approached it. Terrigen knew no mortal man could ever master the vortex. Shortly after his arrival in our home, he began preparing himself for the rituals necessary to become a leech. Fortunately, Terrigen must have neglected some of the proper enchantments, as the powers he wields are inferior to much of his kind. If so, can you stop him? Terrigen is much more powerful than I. I am fortunate I continue to inhabit these chambers with my own mind. Once Terrigen learns of any dead within these halls, he seeks to destroy their will with his necromantic arts. Anything that lives, he slays. I could destroy Terrigen for you. That would not be an easy task. You cannot destroy Terrigen by striking him down. It is his life force that sustains him, not his shell. Life force? Leeches store their life forces within specifically constructed phylacteries. Most leeches go to great lengths to protect their phylacteries, often placing them in the remote locations where no one can find them, then safeguarding them with enchantments. Terrigen, however, feels his phylactery is safest closest to him, and he has placed it within a crypt in the Hall of Heroes. So all we have to do is reach there and destroy it? The phylactery is not something that can be destroyed by common means. To destroy it, you'll need to remove it from this plane, a daunting task to be certain. No less daunting than the other impossibilities we've been forced to endure in coming north. How can we remove this phylactery from this plane? That is where fortune favors us. The very vortex that Terrigen is studying can destroy him as well. It lies within the Hall of Heroes, inside the tomb of Jamoth. Any undead being, regardless of power, is pulled back to that dreadful plane of existence upon entry into the tomb. That is why I have never been able to enter the tomb myself. So I would need to take the phylactery inside Jamoth's tomb to destroy Terrigen? That doesn't sound too difficult. Ah, but to reach the Hall of Heroes, you will need to get past through the Tears of the Dead, where Terrigen resides. Not only that, but the great door to the Hall of Heroes is locked, and I'm certain Terrigen possesses the key. If you defeat Terrigen's physical form, make haste for the Hall of Heroes, for he will only be subdued for a short while. Well, I don't want to end there, but I don't know. I'm concerned that it's not recording properly anymore, and you know what? I'll just check real quick. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm running low on disk space, so I'm trying to conserve it as much as I can. So, a
Yes?
leash.
I'm ready. Okay.
Where do
I
these
trust
lead?
you.
I'm assuming it'll all lead to the same place, but let's find out. It's a good thing I chose this way.
I'm here.
You want something?
Give the
Alright,
word.
here's what we're gonna do. That should give him something to fear.
Time to test
What do
my
you
mettle.
want?
Okay, so what do you want?
Well and good.
I will do as
Ready. Leave it to me.
Okay, these ghouls are trying to hold Johanna in place, it looks like.
I'm sure. What if
Do
you
you need me?
Alright. Alright, that was one of the easy parts,
Something wrong?
I think.
Yeah.
I presume it's one of the easier parts.
Surrender!
Alright, let's just take out these ghouls before there's too much trouble.
Quickly now.
Death comes for you.
I've time enough for a task. What?
Ah, that's not good. Didn't realize there would be traps lying around.
Ready? I'm off.
Name your task.
Ah.
Give me a target.
Alright, heal yourself. You two charge in. You throw a spell that way. Okay, that's step one.
You just
And now Joe's back up. Good.
What would you
Now
have me
detect
do?
for traps, just in
What can I
case there's
do
any
for you?
more
Okay.
any more of the creeps lying around.
Yes.
Can I help?
Who? Me? I am ready.
Also, you really need to make space for... So you can
I
do
am
this?
Ah, okay. I trust you.
What a reasonable request.
Plenty of stuff in here. Fair amount trapped. Oh boy.
I'm
Might as
here.
well heal a little bit more while we wait for this to continue.
I will do as you ask.
Why is it that all the good stuff is tucked away where I can't easily access it?
Labor calls me.
Of course it's too heavy for us. Alright then, we'll have to start dumping... the chainmail's probably the best thing to dump at this point. Reinforced large shield. Looks good.
Set me. I shall do my best.
Sounds good
What
to
would
me.
a reasonable request?
And dagger +1 probably isn't as useful. Ooh, +4 versus missiles. I'm not sure who, if anyone, can use that, but you know what?
Yes?
Not
I'm
bad.
not sure.
Bullets. Okay, useful. Another good shield.
Consider it done.
Okay, that's a scroll case. Do we want to throw any... Oh yeah, most of our scrolls that can go in there already are.
What do you want? Consider it done.
Oh yeah, the mythal nonsense. I'm not sure which is more useful. Or more or less useful, I should say. Bullets of fire. Oh, that's why they looked... And that's why they're different. What else can we do? Let's dump one of these swords and have Athlon recover that.
Yes, agreed.
Actually, wait, it was the shield that we wanted to recover. This dagger +1 won't be
I'm
useful
ready.
to
Watch
us.
this.
That's not what I want. Yeah, well, we'll identify it later.
You just.
I am
Meanwhile,
ready.
you put this back on.
What can I do? We'll see about that.
You must be the leech. Yep.
Your time
Sword
draws
and
near.
Something
sturdy
wrong?
shield can take you far.
I wonder if miscast magic will work on this thing.
Well,
Well, for now, let's just do the old-fashioned magic missile trick.
Go ahead.
May the gods have mercy.
Ready and waiting.
want something?
Followed up with that.
Yet, I'll take care of it.
Throw an elemental on him.
What is your... I shall do my best. Okay, so what do you want?
Yes, I'm ready.
Well, looks like we're giving him plenty to worry about.
You ask. I'm listening. And why not?
You just
Something
tell me
amiss?
what you need.
Keep going on him.
I've time enough for a task. Set me to work. Yeah, time to go.
I hope I don't get in the way.
You're summoning more crap.
What
This
can I
ain't
do
good.
for you?
I hear you. I'll take care of it.
What?
Okay, this is something we need to deal with swiftly at this point. Horror spells won't work on them. Now that'll hurt our friends
What would you
too.
have me do?
I'm here.
Problem is, most of these will.
May the gods do you need me?
Just keep channeling magic into them, I think. Okay, the leech is down. I need to recover the... Alright, I need to recover the phylactery. Holy wow! Okay, that was damage.
What? I shall do my best.
Where's the phylactery?
Name your task.
Quick, I will do as you ask.
Now, well, for now, I guess we can heal our team up.
What do you
Make
want?
sure that we're okay. I'm kind of surprised that he was so easy to take down, relatively.
Time enough for labor calls me.
Ooh,
Go
useful.
ahead. Sounds good to me.
Maybe it's in here? No, wait, he supposedly has the key. Where the heck is it?
Set me to work. A reasonable request.
There. Drop that.
What? Labor calls
Take the key. Open.
Yes, I'll get right on it. Sure.
Uh-oh, you're back up, aren't you? Yep.
I'm ready.
Holy Smite?
Who? Me?
I'm ready. You just tell me.
Okay, frame rate, hold, please. Okay, your weapons being ineffective? Actually, you two probably having ineffective weapons as well. Focus on them.
Ready and waiting.
Okay.
Focus on his minions then.
Your luck's running.
Come on, you. Go down, please. Alright, I think we've struck him down again. Yep, we have struck him down again.
I trust you.
Where's the phylactery? Guess we're not gonna see too much beyond when we started fighting. Great. So we'll have to check around a little bit. In contrast to the other statues in this hall, this one represents a warrior of elven descent. A plaque below reads, "In memory of Yvain, whose understanding and selflessness will be remembered forever."
I am ready. A reasonable request?
Had a feeling there'd be traps.
What is your will? I shall do my best.
That's not it. I don't think. What is it? Terrican's journal? Interesting, but not what we're looking for.
Quick, I've time enough for a I shall do my best.
What's that? That's the phylactery. Wow, that was lucky.
Set me to work.
I don't want that back, though.
Certainly.
Leave it to me.
What can
Alright,
I
let's
do?
move.
I'll get right on it.
Alright, now we need the 8 to unlock that.
I'm here.
I'm listening.
Can I help?
What would you have me do?
Can you unlock this? Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, one thing in here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, labor calls me.
Ah, crap, the haste wore off. Another book.
Go ahead. Okay.
Not what we're looking for.
I am ready. I am off.
Yes.
Okay, let's just have everyone go walking
Good
around and
work.
opening stuff.
Consider it done.
Ah,
Something. I'll take care
What do you
of it.
want? Consider it
I
done.
hear you.
Well, I guess he found something.
what is your quickly
This
now?
must be what...
Agreed.
Yes.
Labor
Ha, the
calls
one bit of writing that's actually good, continuing for a small eternity. That's some great writing.
Do you need immediately?
I'm ready. Watch this.
Oh crap, is that bleach? Oh, it's a greater mummy. That's almost as bad.
I'll get right on it. A stout sword and sturdy shield.
Set me to work.
Far.
I shall do my best.
Put your armor back on.
You just tell me what you need.
What?
Name your task.
Let's keep our magic in reserve. I have a feeling we'll need it.
What can I do for you?
What would you have me do? I grow weary. I'm going to stumble over my own feet if I don't see it soon.
Come on.
At this rate, I'll be dead before the next league.
I am ready.
What was that?
What is your will? Quickly, a reasonable request.
A wooden sham.
I've time
That's a
enough for a
musical
task.
instrument. What's it doing in here? Also, we have no
Can
way
I
of
help?
dispelling magic, so
Yes, with all haste.
I guess the best thing we can do is just continue exploring. That's the only problem, though, is if that happens. Well, actually, our thief is still alive, so nope. I can have him look around. But where's the phylactery?
Yes, I will do as you ask.
Okay, so here's Gemma's tomb. So maybe I'm not it looks like I'm not necessarily supposed to go in there yet. Oh. So that's what happens when I do the right,
You just
do everything correctly. Okay, so now it's just a matter of looting everything, I think. Okay then. So I can go back, so I can safely go back to my quick save. Sorry, I started a different save just to make sure that everything was okay. Alright, let's grab everything of interest then and move on.